So 0 o'clock. 1, 2, 3. Huh. Well.
There's too much good hair on the screen.
Oh, come on. Oh my god, you're hilarious, Ben.
I'm just saying.
Oh, this is such a comforting song already. I'm gonna be just like... Oh yeah, this is how I feel. Oh. I think for me, this change was unusual at first. I was like, I don't get it. Are they gonna make the tempo faster?
Yeah, what are they building up to?
Yeah, exactly. I already have notes on this, so I'm just gonna enjoy. Oh. That's a question I'm asking myself all the time. Am I gonna be happy?
Fourth wall break.
Yeah, exactly. I do that very often, though. I talk to myself.
Oh, same.
Yeah. Relatable.
You should hear me playing video games. It's bad.
Yeah. High five. This is a very relatable song, though. It's like, you know, are we going somewhere or are we just stuck? I'm just saying,
All that good hair, isn't it, clearly?
Yeah. I'm kind of jealous. They look amazing.
Yeah, well, you need a scalp that strong.
Absolutely. Okay, I really like the bridge on this. I remember now.
I'd forgotten this happened.
This song doesn't stand out that much, but it's really comforting. This is the part that I like, because this is a Korean pop music chord change that they did. Not this one though. This is Western pop music, but the previous. Why are they asking these strong existential questions? Who knows if I'm gonna be happy? Oh,
BTS, no.
I mean, hopefully there will be an answer in a later song, because they're always bringing you, at least me, on a journey, and then you are like, what's gonna happen? I mean, to be fair, okay, Ben, the worst in that sense. I mean, it's brilliant. It's a really, really good album, but like the worst person in that sense is RM. The RM's album Mono is so depressing, but the lyrics are amazing and like the production is cool and everything, but like it really pulls you in so deep that I remember walking in the rain in Oxford in it and just like crying my eyes out, and I was like, But it just but he really takes you on a journey. He's like a good writer, you see, like when you're reading a novel and you're like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? It's
that's where I listen to Epic High.
Exactly. Anyway, really good. But back to the song. I actually have some note on this, so
Please do go ahead.
Okay, so it's on the other laptop. So let's see. Basically, what I was thinking about, I really like the metaphor. Then when the hands interlock, the minute and the seconds, I think that was just like, a really nice touch in terms of the lyrics. And what I was thinking is like this song again. I really like the bridge, just how I mentioned it, because that reminded me of like a lot of chord progressions of like, Korean, like in indie stuff and just like Korean mellow pop. And I was like, I like that stuff. I often listen to those songs. I have full playlists that I listen to, either put together by amazing people on YouTube. And that's when I work. And it just puts you in such an interesting mood and such a good mood that I love that K-indie mood.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this song had a hint of it. I would have been so happy. Just like they asked, are you going to be happy? I would have been very happy if they would have put like a proper K-indie version of this song, because I think the lyrics fitted the K-indie style very much. So that was one thing I was thinking. But I think there was like a lovely vocal layering around the bridge, and also kind of like the rhythm of the language dictates the rhythm of the melody to a certain extent. So I really enjoy that. Of the "Are you gonna be happy?" type of stuff. And in terms of the lyrics, it's just like a very universal experience of like, when you're like almost falling asleep, it's midnight, like things are changing, and like you're stepping into the next day, and okay, is it going to be different? Is it going to be the same? So I think it was a nice song that they captured that mood. And again, that was something that I felt great about, because I love that in Korean poetry. I love that in Korean dramas as well, when it has the snow is falling and it captures the mood. So it was a good mood song for me. I enjoyed it. Yeah.
See, this song pressed my buttons, because there's things I really don't like in music, and this has one of them, which is the Scotch snap. Are you gonna be like that? I hate that rhythm so much. I'm so sick of it. It's in every single song.
That is true.
I just want something else. Mm-hmm. As soon as that happens, it immediately puts me off of a song.
Yeah, I agree. I understand that, because you've been in the K-pop world longer than I have. So like you probably, like, if it's just, how many drinks you can have, like you had too many. Isn't it? Like you heard it for 3 years more than I did.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, this wasn't like a thing that they used that much back in the day. But
really?
Nowadays, like, every single song has a did it bit, and it's just, I'm so bored of it. It makes everything sound stupid as well, like, because it's like they're supposed to be asking, "Are you gonna be happy?" But then they said, "And you're gonna be happy" in the subtitles, and you can't tell what they're saying, because it's just like this choppy, weird, odd cadence to the song.
You know what? You are right, and you convinced me on this. I'll take it back. I think the melody.
There's nothing wrong with liking it. I just find it really frustrating.
No. I think you're right. Probably when I made the notes, I was thinking something else, because the melody dictating, the language dictating the melody was something that worked for the Korean part, not necessarily for English. And you know what? You're right. Because when you're reading it, are you gonna be happy? Like, and if somebody says it with a sincere attitude and like just like looking into your eyes and are you going to be happy, like it would sound completely different. You are right. Okay, I think you convinced me on that one.
I guess I don't find it as annoying when it's like Korean lyrics, or it's a lyric that doesn't mean that much, but it's really frustrating when it's an English lyric and it just like ruins the like flow of the sentence. And they do this in like Western music as well. I'm not hating on K-pop artists for doing this, because like so many Western songs do it too, but it just dilutes the meaning of the sentence to me completely. And if you're going to have a part that's supposed to be quite sentimental and emotional, I feel like you shouldn't use Scotch snaps for it.
I think it's an interesting thing, because one of the reasons probably why I don't pick up on it that much, because I'm not a native English speaker. So when I hear these things like phraseology, I'm not entirely sure when like it was the English word for that. So it's like exactly. I kind of can understand how you feel, because it often happens, you see that, and I've seen it so many times, that there are popular songs that people translate, into their own languages, and like when they translate it into Hungarian sometimes, especially with English pop songs, because the rhythm of the language is so different, it can sound very choppy, and like the tone is not in the right place, for example, because in our language, every single time when I say a word, the tone is always on the first syllable. So it's like, if I were to say anything, hierarchy, right? So hierarchy, this is how you would say it. And like in Hungarian, it's every time it's a Hungarian language sentence.
Okay.
So sometimes when they translate songs and then they put new lyrics to it, just because the melody is already set and it's based on English, it just doesn't work, and it sounds like okay, now I get it. So basically what people are usually saying in that situation, it's always somebody from primary school wrote it or something, like if so it's almost like a degrading sentence around it. So now I see it, how much it can annoy.
I actually have a theory that like that's why this rhythm and also triplets are used all the time in mumble rap. Because when you're mumbling, you can't tell what they're saying anyway. But if you use those in the context of like a sincere song or like a ballad or like a pop song, it just doesn't work for me at all. Like that's why I got really sick of every single song having a part, like, and now it has the part instead. And neither of them work when you're trying to actually say something. Like if you're just making noises, it works, but
yeah, okay.
Like, that's why I have a hatred of those rhythms.
Okay,
but that's just me. If you like them, it's fine.
I think it's kind of an interesting point again about like how even the small things, like if they are not necessarily done right, and it's obviously different for every listener, because as we just saw it, I didn't pick up on it that much. So that's why interesting to have songs like this, which are received by such a global audience, and like even the song itself has 2 languages in it, and it will be. I'm curious to see what other people thought, and like what came across, how it came across. So I think that's basically concludes what we think about 0 O'Clock. Correct? Okay, cool. Let's jump to the next song.
Let's.